Don Ross worked with me in wrestling as my manager. We'd come out with chains, and we'd tie the guys up in chains and beat them up. We had a lot of fun together. Yeah, we had a
Ripper.
Yeah, Ripper.
And we had all the celebrities too. I mean, you just looked at the TV or the movie screen. It was like, oh my God, Gold's Gym member, Gold's Gym member.
No, a lot of them are still there.
Yeah,
I see them when I go in there.
James Caan, Ray Liotta.
Yep, they're always there.
Magic Johnson.
Yep.
I think I've met Muhammad Ali, Ken Norton. Wilt Chamberlain walked in one day, and I went, oh my God.
Where'd he come from? Right.
Yeah.
Whew. Well, I remember one thing that I'm sure you'll remember, that you did a movie of the week.
Yeah.
What was that movie called?
The Hustler of Muscle Beach.
Right. And what'd you play?
I played a somewhat retarded character.
I remember it very well. I think I've seen it a couple of times.
Yeah.
They still run it?
I haven't seen it in years, but...
You haven't had any money in the mail?
No, there's no money, mailbox money as we call that. I actually got cast in the gym.
Well, I was going to get to that because before you took the gym, and when Ken had it, right before Ken had it, I worked the front desk for Dave and Bud for a short time, just in the mornings for a couple hours, and the phone would ring off the wall phone, the hang up there, and they would call for guys for shows. And I've said this before in my videos, they'd call for bodybuilders. Where else are they going to call? Gold's Gym.
Yep.
They always called Gold's Gym. And whoever was there, whether it be Arnold or Franco or Waller or who, I say, hey, you guys, we got an audition. Let's go down and book a show. And we always booked it because there was a handful of us that only went, and we just always got what came up.
Yeah.
And you know how that worked. It happened all the time at Gold's Gym.
Absolutely. In fact, we eventually hired a guy to handle those calls.
Did you?
Derek Barton. That's how Derek started.
Oh, Derek did?
That's how he started with us.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I couldn't handle all the calls. And eventually I was running the gym and everything. I couldn't do it all. So I got Derek, who I had met from the movie, and brought him in to do that.
Derek's a sharp guy.
Yeah, he was great.
He's a really good guy. He's the one that got me to come over there.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I was training out here, and I was training at World Gym that Joe had opened out in the Valley, and then I went to Gold's that Angel owns over here in North Hollywood for the past 20 years, and then we brought back the Gold's logo in 2005 with a royalty agreement for me, which was nice, and Derek made that happen. He says, why don't you come down here and train? I said, for me to drive, it's 25, 30 minutes to get down here, and traffic in L.A. isn't the greatest, it's pretty hard. But the past 8 months, I've been going down to 3 to 4 days a week.
Really?
Yeah, I just needed a change, and I don't know, the energy and the vibe, and it's positive, and I go in there and work out for 45 minutes or an hour tops, jam hard through it, and I feel great when I come out. Much better than going to my old gym. Not that there's anything wrong with it. You get in a rut. It just gets stale. Yeah, you get stale. So, a few times a week I'll go. Traffic's been heavy this week, and gas prices aren't the cheapest, so it adds up. But the gym still has that feel to it, even though it's a whole different group of people in there.
Yeah.
There's a lot of still the old timers, and you see them, but for the most part, it's nice.
Yeah.
You ever go in there anymore?
Sadly enough, it's about 45 minutes for me too.
Yeah.
Excuse me. So I ends up being maybe once a year I go down there. But I am going to go down in a couple of weeks when my son's coming in town.
Yeah, it's I was hesitant to do it, and I walked in. I didn't really know anybody, and the minute I walked past the turnstile, I knew 4 people right away, and then I saw in the other room 3 more that I knew, and pretty soon I knew everybody. It was like going back in time.
Charles Glass is still there.
He's still there.
Yeah.
Dave Sachs is still there.
Dave Sachs.
Seymour.
Yeah.
He's still there. Ed Giuliani, he goes early.
Does he?
That surprised you?
Yeah.
He still goes at 5 in the morning. He's 80 years old.
Oh my God.
I said, why do you go at 5 in the morning? You got all day free. He says, it's just a habit.
Wow. I haven't seen Eddie in years.
I did 2 interviews with him.
Yeah.
I did one at the front yard, and I went back and did one in his house. What a wonderful guy.
Yeah.
And remembers everything, and so funny when he talks.
Oh, yeah.
And he trains Al Pacino at his home 3 days a week. Oh. And when I listen to Al Pacino and I listen to Eddie talk, they're both the same person. They sound exactly alike. It's like, no wonder they get along. They're the same guy. So it definitely fun to go back and see all these old guys again.
Oh, yeah.
I
Absolutely.
think my dog spotted somebody out there that he doesn't like.
Uh-oh.
Oh, well. So what are you doing now?
Now, one of my other passions besides bodybuilding was music.
See, I never knew that until you just told me here.
Yeah. And I started in 1986. Started writing. And even hooked up with Kevin Moore, who is now Kev Mo.
Mm-hmm.
He's a 3-time Grammy winner. He and I used to write in the late 80s together. In 94, he got a record deal, and he actually recorded one of the songs that he and I co-wrote, Victims of Comfort. Yeah, so that was pretty cool. And that brings a little bit of mailbox money.
I would imagine.
And then I just started writing songs, and I started a couple years ago. Me and this other friend of mine started a record company called Do Right Records. We have Tata Vega, who sang The Color Purple soundtrack. She's our first artist. We have Rika Zimmerman, a country artist, and we have Margaret Marston, kind of a folk singer. Really, really talented.
How's that company doing? Okay.
Not yet. Not yet. We still haven't gotten off the ground yet.
Takes time.
Financially, but we have almost the 3 albums done, and we're looking to
Good. That's your passion.
hit it. I love it.
And you're still training?
Still train. Yep. Still training. And my wife and I started a something else you don't know, soy candle, shea butter lotion,
Oh, really?
goat's milk soap company called J Bella. So we're doing that.
You just getting that off the ground too?
That's got 2 years into it. That's doing okay. We're getting our feet going.
It's funny because when you're enterprising and you have your own thing and you kind of work your way out of something, you always seem to find something else to go into. I know I do, and I see you're doing the same thing. But your mind works, you get creative, and you're business oriented. And I see so many people have their jobs 8 to 5 every day, and they don't know what to do. I say, I don't want this job, but I don't know what to do. But it's funny how you can find things if you want to do it.
Yeah, I agree.
If you have the passion, especially.
Yeah.
I mean, I was a guitarist, like I said, since 1957. I had to deal with Capitol in the 60s. And then I went into wrestling. And I didn't play in a band anymore. And then I started hearing that acid rock back then. I said, I don't want to play that stuff. I grew up with Chet Atkins and that kind of stuff.
Oh, yeah.
But, I mean, I still play for my own enjoyment. I use my garage band on my computer and cut my tracks. My son does his in there. He does my music for the show, which is easy, and he knocks it out for me.
I wondered how you were doing that.
Yeah. I asked him, I said, I need an intro and an exit. And he said, okay, I'll make you a few of them you can pick from. In 10 minutes, he has it for me.
That's really cool.
Yeah, he writes good stuff. But it's funny because I think, and I'd said this before, bodybuilding gives you discipline because you train and you eat and you do it every day, and it's hard, but you force yourself to do it, and that discipline you can use towards anything in life.
That's true. Absolutely true.
So that's a key for you guys out there because it's...
Perseverance, dedication.
Yeah, it makes a huge difference. Even with Arnold, I mean, he's had his ups and downs, but he had mostly ups, and he always said bodybuilding gave him his start because he so perseverance on everything he did, positive, and discipline, and he achieved everything he wanted to. And I think anybody can if you put your head to it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now with the music business, it's hard. The entertainment business is hard. There's competition. There's a lot to get done. But as long as you stay with it and do it, it works.
I write because I just love doing it.
Yeah. And I do this because I love it. This is a passion to me going back in time. And I'm trying to take it to the next level, maybe get a cable channel, go beyond that. It's what I'm working towards now. But I'm in a hurry. It'll happen when it happens.
Well, I certainly appreciate you doing it, Rick, and not with me, but I mean, I love seeing all the guys you talk to, and
yeah,
it brings back such great memories.
I'm trying to get more, but a lot of them have passed away. Quite a few of them are gone. And I was talking to Dave Sachs today. He says, there's only a few of us left down here, and there really is. And there are a few, like Larry Scott will do it, but he's out of town. When he comes in, he said he'd come over, and I'd love to get Bill Pearl.
Frank Zane.
Frank Zane I'd like to get as well. I emailed him. He didn't get back to me. I know Frank well, but he's kind of hard to get a hold of once in a while. I think he had a band, too.
Did he?
Well, he sang at Joe Gold's Memorial.
He did.
And everybody said, I wished he wouldn't. It didn't come off real good.
But there's a lot of talent in bodybuilders. It's not just bodies.
Well, no, you're right, because bodybuilding is you're an artist. You're sculpting your body into something. It's not just throwing the weights up and down and say, okay, I'm going to go eat.
Yeah.
It takes a lot of knowledge to know how to sculpt that body and be creative. Well, I'm really glad you came, Tim. I know it's a long way
Rick.
for you to come over here. I heard your motorcycle come up, and I got excited. But I'm sure you viewers would like to hear this interview with Tim because he goes way back to the old school days, and that's what this is all about.
Not as far back as you, Rick. But...
Oh, please, it makes me sound old.
But I like to hear your stories.
Yeah, I got some stories. I got more I haven't even exposed yet, but I will bring forward.
Yeah.
So...
well, thanks for having me.
Yes, and thank you very much. And you guys stay tuned to Rick's Corner because we're going to go back into the old school and pull some guys out of the grave and talk to them. Stay tuned.
See ya.